The Ice Age was not at all what you imagine it to be. Want to know what it was really like? Then subscribe to my channel and like this video. What if everything you knew about the Ice Age was wrong? This wasn't just a world of snow and mammoths, it was a dynamic planet of extremes, where ice walls taller than skyscrapers bordered vast grasslands teeming with incredible giants. And our human ancestors weren't just struggling to survive, they were learning to thrive in this frozen world, leaving behind a legacy that shaped our own. In this video, we journey back to the last glacial maximum. We'll witness the true scale of the ice sheets, meet the amazing megafauna that ruled the Earth, and follow the footsteps of the first humans who ventured across frozen land bridges into new continents. We'll uncover how the slow, powerful breath of the planet's climate cycles created and then ended this incredible epoch, leaving behind the world we recognize today. This is the story of the Ice Age, as you've never seen it before. My grandfather used to point at the wide, flat valley behind our farm and say, "A river of ice, a mile deep, once flowed here." I thought it was just an old family story until I found a strange, grooved rock in the field, unlike any other. A geologist told me it was a glacial erratic, carried hundreds of miles by an ancient glacier. It made me realize our entire landscape is a ghost, a memory of a frozen past. What we see today is just a thin veil over a much wilder world. To understand how this frozen planet actually worked and why it still matters, you need to see this story to the end. I imagine a world where cities like New York, London, and Berlin liegen under a kilometer of ice. This wasn't a Hollywood movie. This was our planet, just 20,000 years ago. We of 10 picture the Ice Age as a time of unending, uniform cold, but the truth is far more dramatic. The Earth was breathing, for me des lions of years. It pulsed between deep phrases and warmer prièves, driven by the plat.net's slow ore betal wobble dance, so gradual no who man could per se, even in a lifetime. This wasn't a sea lent, white waste land. It was a world of stark contrasts and incredible life. While colossal ice walls, hundreds of meters high, dominated the north, the equator remained warm, with jungles and deserts. This was a plat.net of extreme. Standing at the edge of this ice would have been an overwhelming experience. The air was sharp and dry, carrying the scent of snow and distant earth. The horizon was an endless expanse of white, broken only by the blue glow of the ice. And against this frozen bar, sike dra. Life thrived on an unimagi, nableska, herds of woolly mammoths, their curved tusks gleaming dully. Today, across the frozen steppes. Ont, ground sloths, moved slowly, delibi rateli, while saw gray-toothed cats, crouched in the grasses, muscless coiled, their long teeth like polychedivori. This was the mammoth steppe, a vast, cold graceland that stretched from Europe to North America, a powerhouse of productivity that fed these giants. So out of the ice, in slia liwamer refuges, Owense stores found a way to survive. They were not masters of this world, but its stew dense. They followed the great herds, hunted with stone-tipped ped spheres, and got the red row and fires not just for warmth, but for co-immunity. They sewed clothes from furs, built shelters from mammoth bones and hides, and on cave walls, they patented the animals they relied on and feared. These weren't just decorations. They were stories, lessons, and perhaps hopes carved in stone. They didn't know they were leaving an ice age. For them, it was simply the world. A world they learned to read, track, and ultimately endure. But the ice itself was the true architect of this world. These glass seas were in static monuments. They were slow, relentless enines of change. They grieved at mountains, carved deep U-shaped valleys, and scattered colossal boulders across the landscape like pavement. I was hiking in the Scottish Highlands, and my phone had no signal. All I had was a map, and I kept noticing these deep, U-shaped valleys that didn't make sense for the small streams running through them. It felt like I was walking through the footprint of a giant. That giant was the last ice age. We live our lives in cities and towns, completely unaware that the very shape of the land the hills, the lakes, the soil, was sculpted by forces almost too powerful to imagine. If you want to learn the secret language of the landscape around you, and hear the echoes of a planet buried in ice, don't click away. As they grew, they locked away so much of the planet's water that sea levels dropped peaked by over 100 meters. Land bris, driges, emerged, connecting continents. The most famous Beringi, a linked Asia and North America, kra, tingafro, zenigaway, for animals, and the first play who would follow them, stepping into a new world with each breath visible in the free, good air. The end of this frozen epoch didn't come suddenly. It was a long, stacheger retraite. As the Earth's tilt shifted and summers grew warmer, the glaciers began to melt. But their final act was as dramatic as their reign. Massive lakes of water formed behind these dams. When these dams broke, they unleashed catastrophic floods that scarred the land in days, carving canyons and reshaping and tire regions. As the ice retreated, it left and a raw, new world, thousands of lakes, fertile soils, and valleys that would become the cra-lay for future civilizations. The giants of the ice, the mammoths, the sabre-tooths, the giant sloths, faced a new world of thaw, rests, and cha-ing climates. And one by one, they vanished, leaving only their bones and a profound silence. So, the next time you look at a map of the Great Lakes, walk through a rolling valley, or feel a cold winter wind, remember the world that shaped our own. The Ice Age isn't just a chapter in a history book. Its story is written in the way, reground beneath our feet. It forged the landscapes we live on and tested the resilience of our ancestors. Whose in J knew I tie in the face of that. I immense cold laid the foundation for a very thing that was to come. If this jaw or nay through our plot.net's frozen past made you see the world a little differently, then give this video a like. Let us know in the comments what creature from the Ice Age amazes you the most. And subscribe to continue exploring the incredible stories of our world with us. Did you like this video? Then subscribe to my channel and like this video.